I'll tell you right now, there are companies that are prospering, and let me tell you why they're prospering. They're prospering because they have leaders with the anatomical attributes to pull it off. Mm-hmm. They're stepping up and they're leading. Now, the other companies, and we're dealing with both kinds out there.
You're saying
coaching
they have a spine.
We're dealing with both kinds of companies out there. They're leading well, or their leaders are complete pansies, and they have stepped back, and their legal department and their bean counters are making their decisions.
Yeah, that's right.
And when your legal department and your bean counters make the decisions in your company, it's just a matter of time before you die.
You're on your way out of business at that point. And I would say those people aren't actually leading. You can have a title. You can have a title that says I'm a big shot. But like you said, if you don't have the spine and have the courage to make a hard decision when it's not popular, when it's not socially acceptable,
100% of your decisions someone will disagree with.
And so when you look at what does leadership really mean, it's going first on the hard things. It's easy to go first when it's popular. It's easy to say, I'll be a leader when we're going to get ice cream. Let me buy. But when you're swimming upstream culturally, you're swimming upstream even inside your organization. Not everybody's excited about where we're going, and you have to shape the vision for your team. You've got to shape the vision for your vendors. You've got to shape the vision for your customers. And in this country right now, what we need is leadership, and we need business owners and entrepreneurs to step up and say, we're bringing the economy back. We're doing it. We're going to figure out how. We're not being reckless about it, but we got to get back to work. This is our country. It's the time to fight for our country. And it takes leadership, and the real leaders are stepping up right now, and the fake leaders are sticking their head in the sand, and they won't be leading tomorrow.
Yeah. And let me tell you, real leaders lead while they're afraid, not in fear. Mm-hmm. They lead through the fear. Everyone has fear, especially when crap is coming against your company, your organization, when there's a medical catastrophe pandemic that we've got on our hands. There's fear. Fear is real. But you're going to do something anyway, and not everyone's going to want to do that, and that's fine. That makes you not one of the followers.
Well, you can figure out.
But I'm still going to lead it.
That's right. And you got to decide, are you wanting to be effective or you want to be popular? Because most of the time you can't be both. And Dave, you're talking about fear. If I'm honest, pretty much every day I get out of bed with some level of fear about something. But I don't stay in bed. I still have to lead. Somebody's got to step up. Somebody's got to make a decision, and somebody's got to drive forward. And I think it's key that leaders connect with their teams and say, hey, I feel a little fear. It's okay, but we're still going to go. We're still going to do it.
Let me tell you what this gives you. When you do throw back your shoulders, stick out your chest, and lead, just freaking lead. When you will just do your job as a leader, what happens is that people can make a decision then if they want to be on that train or not. Okay? I don't really care if you want to be, if you're not on my train, I can deal with that. What I don't want is people on my freaking train who are confused about the direction the train's going. This is where we're going. If you want to be a we, get your butt in gear. This is what we're doing. If you want to stick your head up your assumptions and go do something else, that's fine. Have at it, baby. But we're going to be opening. And we're going to be having an event in Orlando called EntreLeadership Summit because we believe America is ready to open. And we no longer believe the crap that has been spread and the fear that has been spread to the degree it has. Are there real concerns? Yes, there are real concerns. But the real concern right now is you have an unpredictable environment and people can't build a life on an unpredictable environment. When civility completely breaks down and anarchy takes over, when people cannot predict the direction that you're going because of lawlessness, when they cannot predict the direction that you're going because you're such a pansy, you won't say where you're going because you're afraid you're going to upset someone, then guess what? Guess what? They don't do anything. You have to have a predictable environment created by a leader setting a standard for business transactions to take place and for civilization to exist.
That's right. Well, and when you lead that way, you've got standards based on this vision. It was the American football player Ralph Martin. He said, don't lower your expectations to meet your performance. Raise your level of performance to meet the expectations. And you got standards. Hold your vendors to the standards. Hold your team to the standards. Ultimately, that's what's best for the team.
Time to quit sucking our thumbs in this wussified culture. It is time for some of you that call yourselves leaders to get your butts in gear and start leading again.